most trustless name in news.
The US government is about to shut down, and the question on crypto investors' minds is what is going to happen to Bitcoin during this time? Will it take a significant dump, or will a government shutdown pump the markets? Well, you know how we do it. We uncover the data from the past and apply it to the present. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Yep, because it's time for Chico Crypto. A government shutdown is looming, and if the House and Senate can't come to terms together and pass a spending bill by the deadline September 30th, beginning next week, October 1st, the government will be partially shut down for the first time since December of 2018. What does this exactly mean? Well, federal workers won't get paychecks. Travel will be affected. Households may not receive their federal benefits, and customer service for student loan borrowers and others will be delayed until the government passes a bill for spending. Goldman Sachs analysts actually put the odds of a government shutdown at 90% a couple days ago, and they said the shutdown could last up to 2 to 3 weeks. So let's get right into the meat of this episode. What is going to happen to BTC if the federal government shuts down? Well, Bitcoin is actually holding up pretty well against what it usually tracks, the stock market, including the NASDAQ. The rumors of the government shutdown started mid-September, and if we switch to the chart of the NASDAQ, we can see it's lost basically 1,000 points since the 15th, a stiff 6.5% drop-off. So how has BTC performed? Well, it's been pumping a tiny bit. As we can see on the 15th, the closing price was above 26.6K. As of yesterday's date, since I shoot these videos a day ahead, BTC was at 27.1K, up 1.9%, while the stock market is down 1,000 points and 6.5%. Not a bad sign at all. I wonder what else is holding up better than stonks and actually flying off physical shelves as people watch the government fall apart.
I love gold!
Gold! We can see on the 15th it was trading around 1,915. It's now down to 1,864. Only a 2.6% drop, holding up much better than those stonks. And the people of America are racing to get their hands on gold. Costco started selling 1-ounce gold bars at their locations, and they sell out in hours, even charging a premium versus the trading price, selling them for $1,979. Something very interesting is happening in this world. People are starting to look for alternative assets. Just wait until Costco starts selling physical Bitcoins next bull run. From what I've seen in these markets, anything is possible. Why is anything possible? Well, the past of government shutdowns tell us exactly that. Let's go way back in time to Bitcoin in its trading infancy, 2013, around the time I bought my first BTC. From October 1st to October 17th, the government shut their doors. Checking out the NASDAQ, this didn't have any major effects. During the beginning stages of the shutdown, the markets went down a bit, but after resolution rumors began, the markets picked right back up, surpassing where it started October 1st. By the 17th, the markets were actually up 1.5%. And after the shutdown for the rest of the year, the NASDAQ and the stock market just kept pumping and pumping. Now, what about BTC? Well, BTC started October 1st at about $132. It kept creeping up through the shutdown, reaching $151 by the 17th. It doesn't look like much in the charts, but that's actually a whopping 14.4% increase in just over 2 weeks, smashing what the NASDAQ did, a measly 1.5% pamp. BTC is once again outperforming stonks when the government shuts down. Should we continue, Chico Army? Yes. Well, right in the beginning of 2018, from January 20th to the 22nd, 3 days, the government shut down. And here's where things get interesting. BTC was just coming out of the 20K bubble bull run hit in December of 2017. You would think BTC would crash hard during this time, a government shutdown. Actually, we can see BTC and the NASDAQ tracked each other during the 3 days of the shutdown. No effect on price. Shortly after, in February, a crash, but by mid-month and into March, both pumped again. Both assets performed exactly the same. Now let's get into the last time the government had a shutdown. The end of the same year, 2018, the longest in history, which lasted into the beginning of 2019. December 22nd, the government shut down, and it lasted for 35 days until January 25th of 2019. So what happened to stonks in the NASDAQ during this time? Well, very similar to this time. Before the shutdown with the rumors, the markets took a dump. But the bottom came just a couple days into the shutdown. And during the shutdown, the markets actually pumped. From the bottom of the shutdown, December 24th, 5899 for the NASDAQ. The markets pumped to 6787 at the end of January 25th. An impressive 15% jump. And then for the rest of the year, the markets pumped. What did BTC do during this time? Well, this is the only time BTC was outperformed by stonks during a shutdown. BTC December 22nd was 3,800. By the 25th, it was at around 3,500, a 7.8% drop. But expanding out the chart the rest of 2019, we can see, just like the stock market, it pumped for the rest of the year. 3,500 January 5th to over 12.5K by July, outperforming the stock market significantly. What I'm trying to say is go ahead and shut down government. You will be doing all of us a major favor. These shutdowns over the past 10 years have been big buying opportunities in the short and long term. Although this shutdown could be the biggest buying opportunity of all and the biggest favor to the crypto markets. Why? Well, something very special could happen if the government gets shut down for 3 weeks, like many are predicting. A shutdown of 3 weeks would last until October 22nd. Guess what is due to be approved or disapproved during this time by the government? Bitcoin ETFs, specifically a batch of spot ETFs. Checking out the deadlines for a good old batch of these ETFs, BlackRock's iShares decision deadline is during this time. Same with Bitwise, VanEck, WisdomTree, Invesco, Wise, Valkyrie, and GlobalX's was delayed with ARKs, but there is another ETF deadline, Grayscale's, which is due for court decision October 13th. Plus a bunch of other stuff like ETH futures ETFs, Fidelity, BTC ETP, and more. Just imagine if all of this gets approved by default in mid-October because the government isn't there to disapprove it. Yeah, right now would be the perfect time to snatch up some crypto assets, Bitcoin and Ethereum. If Bitcoin gets approved, in my opinion, anything Ethereum related is getting approved too. If you didn't know, Grayscale applied for an ETH ETF a week and a half ago. And now just yesterday, there were rumors that BlackRock was getting ready to do their own ETH ETF too. Well, my friends, we're going to be in some turbulent times come here soon. Some people are predicting a dump, but I'm predicting a pump. Of course, if the SEC comes out over the next few days and delays all the ETFs until 2024, BTC will likely take a hit. But history has shown this is just buying opportunities, and eventually an ETF will get passed, and I think, if not now, in 2024. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you next time.
The most trustless name in news.